Aloha, this is going to be a quick application demo for those who are interested in applying for our special education Add a Teaching field at UH Manoa for spring 2024 admissions. So what you see here is the brand new application portal that just got launched for spring 2024. So the link is different than previous links, so please make sure that you are completing this application when applying to the program. So what you see here is the sign-in screen. However, when it's your first time, you'll definitely need to register your email account first. Even if you're using a hawaii.edu email address, it doesn't really matter. Everybody needs to register their email first. And what will happen is you will receive an email to activate and validate your email address. And then once that's done, you come back in and then you can sign in as many times as you need to throughout the process to work on your application. So what you'll see is over here, it'll say My Programs, and then you can start an application from there. Or if you've already started one, it'll show up here. And so you can see that I've already started an application for spring 2024 at UH Manoa. So I'm going to go over here and push continue. Another way to view it is over here on the dashboard on the side. The bottom one is applications. So what's nice is you can click on that and it'll bring up any applications that you've already started and what the status is. And you can push continue from here. So this application is broken into three primary parts: the About You part, the Your Academics, and then your final steps. The About You section is rather self-explanatory, but a couple tips and tricks just to help you get through it a little faster. For personal information, an important one is if you have changed your name, and especially if that name is going to show up on, let's say, past transcripts or things of that nature, you'll definitely want to click yes and complete what you used as your other name so that when they receive the documents, they can attach it to the correct file. So that's one good thing to be mindful of. Another one is under the Your Family, go ahead and put not applicable. This is to send marketing information, and so you probably don't want that. Other than that, everything else is pretty easy to go through because it's all about you. For your academics, this is about the program that you're going to be pursuing. So for your UH Manoa plans, this one is very important. So for our purposes, you're going to select second bachelor. All of our post-bac certificates in education at the College of Ed are housed in undergrad for the tuition purposes so that we're able to provide you with the cheaper tuition costs. And so in order to do that, you would have to apply using this option. So make sure you choose second bachelor. Under your program of study, we do not have an option for add a field. So what you're going to do is you're going to go down to the letter P, and you are going to choose the post-baccalaureate certificate in special education. Our add a field uses the exact same coursework as this particular program. So what will happen is you're going to submit this as your UH application, and then we will notify them that you're doing the add a field afterwards. So just make sure you choose the post-baccalaureate certificate in special education as your planned course of study. And what's great is because it's a second bachelor's, you just put 0. You do not need to remember how many credits you've taken already. And then go ahead and just select no, that you're not applying as a freshman. Some other tips. Here is where you'll list any of the previous institutions that you've attended. So you can add up to 10 of them. Just keep in mind in terms of official transcripts, all you're going to need is your bachelor's degree or anything you've taken after your bachelor's. And what's nice is if you did graduate from a UH institution, which includes West Oahu, Manoa, and Hilo, and all the community colleges, they already have those on file, so you don't need to get transcripts at all. But if you've ever attended other institutions, you're going to, after you list them here, they're going to be expecting to receive official transcripts that you'll need to send. But what's great is the next section is for unofficial transcripts. So if you do have a copy of your transcripts on hand, might as well just throw them in here by using this plus button on the right side, because it'll speed up your admissions review. So you can learn of your admissions decision a little bit quicker if you go ahead and give them your unofficial transcripts when you apply. As for the personal statement and achievements, you're going to skip both of these. These are optional sections that are geared towards the freshmen. You do not need to complete either one of these. So that's pretty much it. You go to your final steps. The most important one would be your tuition classification because you want to get your in-state residency. So just make sure you fill out the questions as they go so that they can show you as being a Hawaii resident. And this will not apply. So this is for those who are currently living in European countries as they fill out the application. So just push no. This is a new section, request an application fee waiver. They haven't had this in the past, but I did reach out to the admissions office, and all of these options shown here are geared towards incoming freshmen. So unfortunately, we do not know of any application fee waivers for any of our post-bac applicants in the college. If you'd still like to try, there is this other option, and you can explain your circumstances. But for the most part, I would imagine that you're not going to qualify, so you would just push no, and that means you'll be paying a $70 application fee. And once everything's done and you have completed all the different parts for the about you, your academics, your final steps, you'll start seeing all these check boxes on the right side. You'll confirm that everything you've shared is correct and then submit your application. So again, this is if you're applying to the Add a Teaching Field in Special Education. Please make sure that you choose Post-Baccalaureate Certificate in Special Education as your program, and we will notify them on the back end that you're only pursuing the Add a Field courses. If you have any questions or you need help with anything, feel free to email me at coeinfo@hawaii.edu.